Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Forex with your free US dollar index Elliott Wave analysis for the New York trading session dated Monday the 6th of December, just after New York's closed. It's been closed a couple of hours. Starting this analysis with a look at a historical chart. This is a weekly chart, goes back a couple of years or so. This is my main wave count, and this sees the dollar in a primary third wave within a cycle degree wave C to the upside. Within primary 3, we've had a 5-wave structure for intermediate 1. This has certainly got an impulsive wave count, and a nice clear zigzag to the downside for an intermediate second wave. And the dollar is now within a third wave at intermediate degree within a primary third wave to the upside. Mid to long-term target for the end to wave 3 black is 99.16, where wave 3 black will reach 1.618 the length of wave 1. And as wave 2 black, or wave 2 at intermediate degree, was just short of a 90% correction of wave 1, I expect that wave 3 will probably be quite a bit longer than wave 1, and 1.618, the length of wave 1, is probably a most likely target to the upside. I'm going to have a quick look at a couple of alternates that I have for you now before getting back into this main wave count. Here's an alternate scenario on the same weekly chart. That's a triangle unfolding for the dollar with an A, B, C, D, and working on an E wave of the triangle to the upside. This is somewhat technically possible while price remains below 88.71 and in the short term above 74.17. Wave D of the triangle, this is a contracting triangle, can't move beyond the end of B, so any further downwards extension of it may not move below this point. My main problem with this wave count is the subdivision of the waves. 4 out of the 5 waves of a triangle must subdivide into zigzags. We can certainly count wave A as a zigzag. It's difficult to count this downwards wave here as a corrective count. It most easily has an impulsive count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's really difficult to count this upwards wave also as a corrective. It also has an impulsive count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's a triangle here, 8, 9, which is an impulsive count. D, no problem here, it has a pretty strong zigzag look. So we've got 2 of the waves within this triangle, which is 1 more than allowed, which has an impulsive count. For that reason, I think this wave count on the weekly chart level is pretty unlikely. Here's my other alternate possibility, again on the same weekly chart, that sees the dollar in a 5th wave at primary degree to the downside. No problems here with seeing this upwards movement as an ABC. No problems here with seeing this downwards movement as a first wave, an impulse to the downside. I have quite a big problem with trying to see this upwards wave here as a corrective count, as I just counted before. It has a nice count of 9, which is impulsive. This wave count will be invalidated with any movement above 88.71, as any second wave correction within this third wave at intermediate degree may not move beyond the start of the first. It would be confirmed if price turns back down and moves below 74.17, as wave 3 must move beyond the end of wave 1. At that point, the triangle would be invalidated, the main wave count would be invalidated, and this alternate would be confirmed. I expect that's extremely unlikely, however, because I have a big problem with seeing this upwards wave as a corrective count. So a quick refresher, this is my main wave count. This has, within a cycle degree wave C, a 1, and then an expanded flat, ABC for 2 with some great ratios in there, typical expanded flat, and then within primary 3, 1, a deep correction for 2, expecting now a third wave to the upside. We've broken through the upper edge of this parallel channel that contains this wave 2 black zigzag, giving us confirmation that the trend has changed back to up. Taking you now to a daily chart for this main wave count. Here's the end of that intermediate first wave, and here's that ABC zigzag to the downside for intermediate wave 2, and this nice strong breach of the trend channel indicating that the trend has changed from down to up. My wave count at the hourly chart level was invalidated quite quickly after publication, so that's why I'm updating it today, and I hope to be able to do the dollar for you much more regularly now I'm back home and settled in New Zealand and my internet connection's finally sorted out. Within this third wave at intermediate degree, we still, I don't think, have an end to blue or minor 1. We're still unfolding with that one. It's got a 1, 2, and then within 3 I expect a 1, 2, should be working on a third wave of a third wave within this first wave at intermediate degree to the upside. At 88.71, this wave count will be confirmed, and as I said before, the mid to long term target for about a year's time for wave 3 black is to reach 99.16. My short-term target for the end to wave 3 green is 84.66, where it will reach 1.618, the length of wave 1 green. And at that stage we'll have a fourth wave correction which can't move into wave 1, and then another 5-wave structure to the upside to end pink wave 3. In the short term we shouldn't see any price movement above 77.98, as wave 2 green can't move beyond the start of wave 1. Taking you now to the hourly chart, where this green 1 and 2 is this green 1 and 2 down here. Last analysis was expecting that this downwards movement here was a fourth wave at green degree. That can't be the case because it's moved into wave 1 green price territory. Therefore we've had pink 1, 2 seen on the daily chart, and within pink 3 green 1, 2, and working on green wave 3 to the upside, that target 84.66 for the next few days or so. In the short term, any further extension of the second wave, probably at purple degree to the downside, may not move beyond the start of the first, so the invalidation point for the hourly chart can sit at 79.06. Within wave 2 green to the downside, wave C orange is just 0.2 short of 1.618, the length of wave A, which is a leading expanding diagonal which meets all the rules and guidelines for a diagonal. A short sharp zigzag for B, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure for wave C to the downside. With some nice Fibonacci ratios within it, wave 3 purple is 0.13 longer than equality with wave 1, and wave 5 purple is just 0.03 longer than 0.382, the length of wave 1. Thereafter we've got a nice impulse to the upside here for a first wave, a zigzag to the downside for a second wave, and if this wave count is correct we should be working on a third wave to the upside. When we see price move above and outside the upper edge of this parallel channel that contains this wave 2 zigzag to the downside with a really strong throw over in the C wave position, when we see price up here, then that's when we'll have our confirmation that the trend has changed in the short term back from down, back to up, and we'll expect price to continue on upwards about to this target level. So that's my dollar analysis for you today. If you would like regular analysis of the euro dollar, pound dollar and the S&P 500, you'll find it on my sites. I hope this helps you when you're trading.